Welcome to today's Catholic Daily Readings from Christus Dominus Bread of Life. A reading from the book of the prophet Isaiah. And a rod will go forth from the root of Jesse, and a flower will rise from his root. And the Spirit of the Lord will rest upon him, the Spirit of wisdom and understanding, the Spirit of counsel and fortitude, the Spirit of knowledge and piety. And he will be filled with the Spirit of the fear of the Lord. He will not judge by what his eyes see, nor reprove by what his ears hear. Instead, he will judge the poor with justice, and he will reprove the meek of the earth with equity. And he will strike the earth with the rod of his mouth, and with the breath of his lips he will kill the impious. And justice will be the girdle of his loins, and truth the girdle of his hips. The wolf will live with the lamb, and the leopard will lie down with the kid, the calf and the lion and the sheep will be together, and a little boy will lead them. The heifer and the bear will graze together, their young ones will lie down in peace, and the lion will eat straw like the ox. And a little child will play on the opening of the serpent's den, and the child will place his hand into the den of the king's snake. They will not harm, nor will they kill, on all my holy mountain. For the earth has been filled with the knowledge of the Lord, like the waters covering the seas. In that day the root of Jesse, who stands as a sign among the peoples, the Gentiles will beseech him, and his sepulchre will be glorious.
Justice shall flourish in his time, and fullness of peace forever. O God, endow the King with judgment, your justice upon the Son of David. Let him govern the weak with mercy, and defend the afflicted with truth. Let justice flower in his days. Oh, let peace endure beyond the moon. Oh, let his reign stretch sea to sea, and his throne to the ends of the earth. For from Jesse's ancient roots he comes, filled with wisdom, strength, and holy fear. The Spirit rests upon his shoulders, and all creation sighs with longing. Justice shall flourish in his time, and fullness of peace forever. Let nations rejoice beneath his reign. Let every heart proclaim his name. Justice shall flourish in his time, when the poor are rescued and the afflicted are lifted high. For the King has pity on the lowly, and the lives of the poor he saves. A shoot sprouts from the stump of Jesse, and the Spirit fills him without measure. He judges not by sight alone, but with perfect truth for the forgotten. The wolf lies down beside the lamb, and danger bows before his peace. For knowledge of the Lord will fill the earth, as waters cover the restless sea. He rescues those with none to help. He bends to lift the poor and broken. His throne stands firm from age to age, and the world is blessed beneath his name. Justice shall flourish in his time, and fullness of peace forever.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. In that same hour, he exulted in the Holy Spirit, and he said, I confess to you, Father, Lord of heaven and earth, because you have hidden these things from the wise and prudent, and you have revealed them to little ones. Yes, Father, for this was pleasing before you. All things have been delivered to me by my Father, and no one knows who the Son is except the Father, and who the Father is except the Son, and those to whom the Son has chosen to reveal him. And turning to his disciples, he said, privately, Blessed are the eyes that see what you see. For I say to you that many prophets and kings have desired to see the things that you see and have not seen them, and to hear the things that you hear and have not heard them. Join us for today's reflection. Jesus told his disciples they were blessed. Blessed are the eyes that see what you see. Then he explained why. Many prophets and kings desired to see what you see but did not see it, and to hear what you hear but did not hear it. Think about that. You're living in what generations longed for. Prophets spent their lives announcing someone was coming. Kings spent their reigns waiting for the promised one. They desired it, never got it. You have it. The question is whether you recognize what you're seeing. Isaiah saw it coming 700 years early. He described the family line of David looking dead, cut down to a stump, but from that dead stump a shoot would sprout. Someone from Jesse's line filled with God's Spirit, not just one gift, all of them, wisdom and understanding, counsel and strength, knowledge and fear of the Lord, the fullness of God's Spirit resting on one person. That's what prophets longed to see, what kings wanted to witness. Generations lived and died waiting for this shoot from Jesse's stump, and you're reading this during Advent when that shoot already came. Jesus, from David's line through Jesse, born in Bethlehem, filled with the Spirit without measure, everything Isaiah promised standing in front of the disciples, and Jesus said you're blessed because you see it. This promised one wouldn't judge like human kings, wouldn't decide based on what looks impressive or what people say. He'd judge with justice for those who have nothing. Decide rightly for those everyone else ignores. That's not how power usually works. Power protects the powerful, but this shoot from Jesse would use power differently, to defend the powerless. The psalm celebrates a king whose reign brings justice and peace. Not temporary peace that lasts until the next war, profound peace, lasting peace, peace till the moon is no more, and his rule extends everywhere. Sea to sea, river to the ends of the earth. That's not describing any human king. That's describing the kingdom prophets and kings longed to see but didn't. Isaiah's vision gets even more radical. The wolf dwelling peacefully with the lamb, the leopard lying down with the kid. The calf and young lion browsing together with a little child guiding them. The cow and bear as neighbors, their young resting together. The lion eating hay like an ox. A baby playing by a cobra's den. A child laying his hand on an adder's lair. That's the world the shoot from Jesse creates, the natural order transformed, predators dwelling with prey, dangerous animals safe around children, everything that threatens becoming harmless, everything violent becoming peaceful, not by force, by his presence. His Spirit transforms what was hostile into what's harmonious. Isaiah promises no harm or ruin on God's holy mountain. The earth filled with knowledge of the Lord like water covers the sea, completely, thoroughly, everywhere. That's what prophets announced, what kings wanted to see. And Jesus said to his disciples, you're seeing it begin. You're blessed because what they longed for is happening in front of you. Jesus was rejoicing when he said this, rejoicing in the Holy Spirit. He praised the Father for hiding these things from the wise and the learned while revealing them to the childlike. Notice who sees it, not the wise and learned. They're looking for something else, something impressive by human standards. The childlike see it, the ones who aren't too sophisticated to recognize God working in unexpected ways. Jesus explained that everything was handed to him by the Father, all authority, all power, all knowledge, and he reveals it to whoever he chooses, not based on who's impressive, based on who's childlike enough to receive it. The shoot from Jesse has the fullness of God's Spirit, and he shares knowledge of the Father with those who have eyes to see. Then turning to the disciples privately, he told them they were blessed. Their eyes see what prophets and kings desired to see but didn't. They're living in the fulfillment. The shoot sprouted. The Spirit rests on him. Justice is flowering. Peace is beginning. The kingdom is breaking in. Everything Isaiah promised is happening. But you can miss it if you're looking for something else. If you're expecting power that looks like human power, a kingdom that looks like earthly kingdoms, a Messiah who acts like human kings. The disciples saw it because they had childlike eyes. They weren't too wise to recognize God working through a carpenter from Nazareth. They weren't too learned to follow someone with no political power. They saw what the sophisticated missed. You're in Advent, preparing to celebrate that the shoot from Jesse already came, that everything prophets longed for already happened. The question is whether you see it, whether you recognize what you have, or whether you're still looking for something more impressive by human standards. The psalm describes this king rescuing the poor when they cry out, saving the afflicted when they have no one to help, having pity for the lowly, saving the lives of the poor. That's the king you're celebrating, not one who impresses by human standards, one who rescues the poor, saves the afflicted, has pity for the lowly, uses power to defend the powerless. That's what the shoot from Jesse does. That's what prophets and kings long to see. That's what you have in front of you. Blessed are your eyes because they see. Stop looking for something more impressive. Stop waiting for a kingdom that looks like worldly kingdoms. Stop expecting God to work in ways that make sense to the wise and learned. The shoot sprouted. The kingdom came. Everything promised is here. Open your eyes like a child and see it.